Hi, future teacher, and welcome to our GACE Elementary Education Test 2 mini practice test. Check your readiness for test day before watching this video by taking the free practice test using the link in the description below. Are you ready? Let's get started. Here is the first question. A pencil box contains 13 red pencils and 8 blue pencils. If there are 4 identical boxes in a crate, how many of each color pencil are in the crate? The problem shown best assesses students' understanding of which property? A. Associative, B. Commutative, C. Distributive, D. Identity. You may pause the video if you need more time, but I'll be giving you a few seconds to answer. The correct answer is letter C. Distributive. Students can use the expression 13 plus 8 to model a crate that contains 13 and 8 pencils, respectively. The expression 4 times 13 plus 8 models the identical crates of pencils, so the student will need to understand the distributive property to determine the numbers of different colored pencils. Question 2. To help third grade students understand the concept of multiplication, which of the following activities would be most effective? A. Providing students with blank multiplication tables to fill out with manipulatives to help. B. Reading a story about multiplication as a read aloud. C. Having students draw geometric shapes with a compass. D. Putting students in pairs with multiplication flashcards and asking each other the problem and answer. The correct answer is letter A. To help third grade students understand the concept of multiplication, the most effective activity would be to provide math manipulatives, such as small cubes, and allowing the students to complete their multiplication table. Third, which of these classroom learning activities would best help students understand that different decimal notations represent the same quantity? For example, a teacher might use numbers like 0.7, 0.70, and 0.700. A. Writing the numbers in their correct place on a place value chart. B. Writing the numbers on the whiteboard and drawing arrows to the tenths, hundredths, or thousandths places. C. Having all the students count the decimal digits together. D. Illustrating the conversion between the decimal value and its fraction equal. The correct answer is letter A. Place value charts are a visual way for students to learn decimal numbers. The teacher can show the students the decimal numbers on the place value chart in a list to understand that each of the example numbers, 0.7, 0.70, and 0.700, are worth the same value. On to the fourth question. During a 4th grade lesson on triangles, 2 students are discussing the relationship between the base and height of a triangle. Student P takes a triangular piece of paper and cuts it vertically from the apex to the base, forming 2 right triangles. Student P then rearranges these 2 right triangles to form a rectangle. This activity can be used to introduce which formula regarding the area of a triangle? A. Area equals base times height. B. Area equals 0.5 times base x height. C. Area equals base plus height. D. Area equals 2 times base plus height. The correct answer is B. When student P cuts the triangle and rearranges the 2 right triangles to form a rectangle, the base of the triangle becomes the base of the rectangle, and half the height of the rectangle is the height of the triangle. Given that the area of a rectangle is base x height, the area of the original triangle is half of this, since it's half of the rectangle. Therefore, the area of the triangle is represented as area equals 0.5 times base times height.
Oh hey, future teacher, if you are finding this free mini practice test helpful, click the link in the description below to get instant access to the full-length version.
5th question. In a 3rd grade lesson focused on fractions, Mrs. Martinez wants to ensure her students understand the concept of equivalent fractions. Which of the following activities is most effective in helping 3rd grade students identify and work with equivalent fractions? A. Requiring students to memorize the list of equivalent fractions for a quiz. B. Using fraction tiles to let students visually compare different fractions and find equivalencies. C. Watching the teacher demonstrate how classroom objects, like 2 students' shoes, are equivalent. D. Giving students a worksheet with multiple choice questions where they select the larger of 2 fractions. The correct answer is letter B. While all the options involve fractions, using fraction tiles, option B directly addresses the concept of equivalent fractions in a tangible and visual way. This method allows students to physically manipulate and compare fractions, leading to a deeper understanding of equivalency. For our 6th question, the numeral 2b451 is divisible by 3. If b represents the digit in the thousands place, What is the sum of all possible values of B? A. 15, B. 45, C. 36, D. 18. The correct answer is letter D. 18. For a number to be divisible by 3, the sum of its digits must be divisible by 3. From the given number, excluding B, the sum of the digits is 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1 equals 12. Then, consider the possible values for B that will make the entire number divisible by 3. If we take a look at our solution, the possible values for B that allow the number to be divisible by 3 are 0, 3, 6, and 9. Thus, the sum of all possible values of B is 0 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 equals 18. Seventh question. Which of the following characteristics is exclusive to living things? A. Ability to conduct electricity. B. Response to environmental changes. C. Composed of atoms and molecules. D. Maintains a constant temperature. The correct answer is B. Response to environmental changes. For question 8, to analyze the composition of distant stars, which scientific device would be best suitable? A. Telescope with a spectrometer. B. Barometer with a pressure sensor. C. Anemometer with a wind gauge. D. Hygrometer with a moisture detector. The correct answer is A. Telescope with a spectrometer. For question 9, to show students how light refracts differently through various materials, which tool would be most effective? A. Calorimeter. B. Prism. C. Voltmeter. D. Stopwatch. The correct answer is B. Prism. And finally, our last question. During a unit on physical fitness, students in a 5th grade class measure their heart rate before and after moderate and vigorous physical activity. The students will primarily use the exercise trial information to A. Determine the duration of their warm-up and cool-down routines. B. Identify the effect physical activity has on their heart rate. C. Assess their stamina and endurance activities. D. Validate their level of athletic skill or talent. The correct answer is letter B. This activity is best suited for helping students understand how physical activity affects heart rate. By comparing heart rate measurements taken before and after exercise, students can directly observe the effect of physical activity on heart rate, enabling them to understand the relationship between physical activity and cardiovascular health. Want the full version of our online, timed GACE Elementary Education Test 2 practice test? Click the link in the description below, or visit us at teacherpreps.com.